North Proving factory surcharge or delivery fee. See website for details.
We are The Source, WOCA, news, talk, sports, and more.
Thank you, Dan. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Nice looking Thursday morning. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth to remind us of our important role in making sure that the blood supply is there simply by volunteering to lie down for a half hour and let a phlebotomist do the work while we watch TV or listen to music or just look out the window or eat popcorn or whatever.
I know, it's great.
Good morning, Galen.
Geese.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you today?
I'm actually in Ocala today, which is kind of cool. I'm heading to today in the elementary schools are having a volleyball tournament, and so my son is representing Ward Highlands Elementary School today, and
all right,
this volleyball tournament. So it's just fun. I enjoy it.
That's good stuff.
Just a nice day, relaxing.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Really. Did you know there's a solar eclipse tonight?
You know, I see these things pop up on like my Weather Channel app, you know, because there was a comet going by Mercury, and I'm like, oh, that's great. And then you see the timing, right? It's at like 2:30 in the morning or something crazy.
No, there won't be a solar eclipse at 2:30 in the morning.
No, but that's typically when they're at, and I know this one's going to be. Yeah, I hope this one is visible.
Well, this one, listen, this is a partial eclipse. The moon passes between the Earth and the sun. I don't have Florida, but I have Memphis, Tennessee's time. So 7:54 Central Time would be what? 8:54?
8:54 our time, Eastern time.
It's already dark.
Yeah, I know.
So we won't be able to see it then.
Well, yeah, that's just it. You can't see them all the time. It's crazy, and I know you want to get excited for something like that, and then you read the details, and you're like, oh, I can't even see it.
Wait a minute.
Or when you can see it, right? It's so cloudy you can't see anything, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened on some of the shuttle flights. Everything looked great, and they went up, but then it was so cloudy here, we couldn't see it. But on other days, when it's so clear, it's so vibrant.
Yeah. Now, I remember a night launch that they did, and you could see it, and it was just like, wow. You could see it, here, and I remember seeing it standing in the middle of the street and watching it. So like at 9 o'clock at night or something. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that one was amazing. I think that was about 7 years ago. That was amazing.
I'm disappointed here. Let me.
That's the thing about this. It happens all the time. I'm like, well, that would be kind of cool to see a comet. Nope, it's not cool enough to get up at 2:30 in the morning. Hoping that it's clear outside.
Yeah.
All right, this segment with Galen Unold is sponsored by Penn Flooring. Get some new flooring put in. That guy earlier, one thing he didn't mention, the allergy guy, he didn't mention that sometimes it's the carpet that causes you the problems.
Oh, that's right.
So you might need a new carpet, or you might want to just get that carpet out, get a new wood floor.
Carpet glue can be the carpet glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love wood floors.
Go to Penn Flooring and talk to them about getting a new floor and check out what they have. They have a beautiful showroom over there. They've been a family business for over 25 years. Stop in and visit Penn Flooring's showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street by that bridge that we call Governor's Bridge because it's named after two governors. Because we have so many bridges, we couldn't name one for one and another for the other.
No.
It would have been so much easier if we could call it the McGee Bridge or the what's the other?
Lawton Childs.
Or the Childs Bridge.
Yeah.
You know what? The good thing is they're not here to argue about it. Oh, that's a bad thing. I like Lawton Childs. I don't know the other guy, but yeah.
Well, he was from Ocala, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There was a connection here. I don't think he was from here, but I know there was a connection here to Ocala. So.
All right, so before we talk, you know what the topic is today, do you? It's AskMen.com have advised men on what not to wear as a Halloween costume.
Yes, I did hear this. Yes.
But before we do that, there's a PSA, an NFL PSA, where the players are urging men not to be engaged in domestic violence.
Oh.
Have you seen this or heard about this?
Okay.
I have.
The video PSA will premiere today when the San Diego Chargers, I guess none of us have seen it then, when the San Diego Chargers play the Denver Broncos. So we'll see it for the first time today.
Yeah, I've just heard about it, but I haven't seen it. Right.
So why? I mean, isn't this common sense? I mean,
it is.
I have no problem with the PSA.
this is a reaction to the PR hit that the NFL took with their recent domestic violence issues that they've had with the Ray Rice situation and
The children and the women.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's not a bad thing, so it's hard to get upset about. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not upset about it.
It's just, okay, yeah, I agree with you. It's like, okay, Captain Obvious. And they should have a PSA that also says, hey, cancer is bad. We should do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Yeah, you don't want to argue this because obviously it's what you agree with. But it's like, wow, do we really need to tell adults watching football not to be hitting their wives
Exactly.
Yeah,
Or children.
or their children? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't argue it. You're a bad person if you do. So
I mean, who are you picturing?
Yeah.
Do you picture somebody sitting on the couch, with his beer? It's always a beer, and he's looking at that, going, they're right.
I'm not. You look over and say, honey, thank goodness I saw this commercial. I'm not going to beat you today. Maybe I'll see it tomorrow and change my mind again. But and I haven't seen it, so it's hard to judge. But if they do a PSA, I hope they are actually targeting the women who are being beaten, and not the men who are doing the beating. Because let's be honest, that's who you really have to do. Is you have to talk to the spouses that are being abused and help them get out of that really bad situation.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right.
So, and I'm not making light of that because I know that I've never experienced it, but I just know that people have a really hard time getting out of those relationships for a lot of reasons. But I hope it's targeting that there is a way out, and that we can that this PSA somehow helps those victims, and not somehow to tell men that, oh, hey, if you didn't know, it's bad to beat on the people you love.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe it might be in the other direction, saying, well, the guy really didn't mean it, he's got something wrong, he'll have counseling, and then that'll allow the other two guys to come back and play football for the team?
That'd be bad PR.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, they're going to be allowed to come back and play football. I mean, that's bottom line. But I think they've already pretty much laid the groundwork for a lot of the problems these NFL players are having to repeated brain traumas. So I don't think the PSA will go that route. That would be really, really tacky.
It's like giving an excuse.
Right. Exactly.
We're beating up our wives, but let me explain.
Yeah, that's right. I've got a little problem.
Let me explain. You got to cut me some slack, would you?
No, I mean they've proven that link that some of these head traumas, whether it's the increased suicide rate among NFL players, and there's a lot of documentation that's going on about these head traumas that these guys face. But you just can't hit women and children. I mean, you just can't do it.
No.
Shouldn't be hitting on anybody.
No.
All right, so I have some men things here. If you're going to a Halloween costume, according to AskMen.com.
I'm gonna, and people for some reason people think
party,
that I would enjoy dressing up, right? There's something that people say, oh, Galen, what are you going to go as Halloween? Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't dress up. I'm not a dress up guy.
No.
It's not. I don't enjoy trying to be something that I'm not. I guess I don't know.
But there's a but in here, and the Ask Men article does address this. You're married, or you have a girlfriend, and she wants to go.
Yeah. Oh, that's the only time I've done it once.
Okay.
We did it to Universal, or not Universal. The Mickey Mouse is Not So Scary Halloween.
Oh, what were you?
We were both referees.
Oh, that's easy. That's an easy one. You just have to wear a striped
My wife
shirt.
has had all these options, and I'm like, this is all I got.
All right. Well, number one on the list, do not dress up as Wonder Woman.
We've seen the guys do that.
Not dress up as Wonder Woman.
That's a thing. I mean, you see them all the time at Dragon Con.
Who would even want to know? That's like telling men not to beat women up. It's like, well, hello. Of course, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. And
Yeah, but let's
we saw
say-
that picture.
Let's say you're surfing the costume site, had a little something to drink, and your buddy dares you.
Yeah. Hey, you go
And next thing you know, you get in the mail, and you're like, well, I might as well try it on.
That's right.
Yeah, you're one bad decision away from a very, very, very bad day. So,
All right, the next one. Do not dress up as Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, my
It
God.
doesn't look good.
it's a hard look to pull off. I mean, not only is she a redhead, but she doesn't have any hair on her body.
But it shows a guy like
She's got a fishtail, though.
sitting with a fishtail, and the rock he's sitting on is really concealing his legs. There's really no legs in the fishtail,
Oh,
so it looks like he's sitting on a rock. And as he walks around, it's like the rock just kind of hovers, I guess, around wherever.
that's a
good.
cool
Not a good look,
costume.
Larry.
No, it is awful. Trust me, look it up. It is an awful look. You don't want to wear it.
And you're saying there are worse looks than Wonder Woman and Ariel coming up.
Well, I don't know that
You're
they're
telling
worse.
me there are. Okay. I thought it was like ranked 1 to 10.
Oh, I don't
You
have
said
it.
number one on the list was Wonder Woman.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it's the first one. I don't know if it's number one. I don't think that.
I'm just kidding. I was like, I don't know what could be worse than those two.
That's right.
There's a lot of these lists that you do that I just don't simply agree with.
No,
And
me too.
I don't know how you get worse than that.
All right, the next one they say, do not dress up as a ghost. Putting a sheet over your head was cute when you were 4. But when you're 34, it's creepy.
Okay.
Yes. Especially
I
if
think
it's
it was
white.
like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, you did this.
Where no, I didn't. I did not. But we were trick or treating and with another couple and their kids, and the guy showed up. I kid you not, with a sheet over his head, and it wasn't a white sheet, Larry. It was like one of those. It had a print on it.
Oh,
It had
no.
those little flowers on it.
Oh, no.
And I looked at him, and I didn't know him well, and we hadn't gone out before, like as a couple or anything. I'm like, okay. I didn't know how he was going to take it. I'm like, is that the best you could do? and he looked at me and goes, my wife said I had to dress up as something.
That's it.
Like, wow.
That's why this happens.
And I kept asking it. It wasn't even like a bed sheet. You know what it was?
What?
Because it only and barely went to his belly button. It was a tablecloth.
It went to
Oh,
his belly
tablecloth.
button.
And he said he literally went into the closet,
Gosh.
grabbed the sheet, put 2 eyes out, and then threw it on. And I'm like, wow.
Remember that poor guy in downtown Ocala? There used to be an ice cream shop, and he was advertising ice cream cones, and he looked like somebody from the Ku Klux
yeah.
Klan.
Yeah, he was on the corner of Pine.
He was so
Street
innocent. He had
and
no clue that he
17th
looked
Street.
like the KKK. But
Yeah,
do you
That's
remember?
amazing.
there's a cash advance place right now.
Yeah.
I do remember what you're talking about.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, he.
Don't dress up
Like,
as the
poor
KKK
guy.
either, by the
Yeah.
way. That's not in the list, but just my thought.
Yeah. Well, if you wear a white sheet, be a ghost or.
Yeah.
You don't want to put the white sheet over a witch's hat. That's for sure.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. We need to take a little break. We'll be right back with Galen and Unold from LifeSouth to remind you of the importance of donating blood. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Some clouds this morning, then more sunshine later today with a high of 77 to 81. Tonight, fair skies with a low of 54 inland, about 67 right on the beaches. Tomorrow, times of clouds and sunshine, the high 77 to 81. It'll be mainly clear tomorrow night. Then for Saturday, mostly sunny, the high 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
News Talk 1370, WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
All right, 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Centers. Remember, the reason Galen comes on is to have fun with us and also to remind you of the importance of donating blood. Sign up for the bone marrow registry and everything else that they do over there. You save lives when you donate blood. How about that? Still with us, right, Galen?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Larry.
I'm still disappointed about this solar eclipse tonight. All right. Back to the costumes. Ready?
Yes.
Do not, according to AskMen.com, do not wear a dated pop culture icon. Freddy Krueger, Austin Powers, Jar Jar Binks, Alf. Don't wear any of them. Although Freddy Krueger, I think, still shows up a lot, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
Well,
He's everywhere.
there's some that are icons, and then there are others that just should never be done again.
Just look like Alf.
Yeah.
Where are you now? What do I hear?
I told you I'm checking my son out for this volleyball thing.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, you're in school. Oh,
I'm in the Ward Highlands principal's area.
Oh, he went
I feel
in.
like I'm about to get in trouble.
So he went in this morning knowing he had early day because you were coming.
Yeah. Well, he's got to go be a part of the team.
That's
and then
always
I had
exciting.
To take him over. I'm transporting him there.
Wasn't that exciting when you were a kid? Oh, my dad's coming at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this case, my dad's coming at 8:30. I'll be. I don't have school today, really. I just show up. 8:30, I get to go out. Well, let me know if you can't stay on the phone, and we'll just.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just sitting in the lobby.
Are there people within earshot of you? Can they hear you?
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. They just told me I had to drive around the back to pick them up.
Oh, you're still in the
okay.
car. You're still in the car. Okay.
No, I'm going back into the car.
Okay.
Yeah, Galen was in the principal's office.
Oh, okay.
Now
A little
going back
chaotic
to the
today.
car.
Okay. All right.
You know, it's always weird. You know, I went to school here, at Highlands.
Yeah.
So it's always weird when I go in because I have flashbacks of when I was
I bet.
6 years old. So
I've always thought I'd like to do that and go back to the school I went to. It's just something I've never done. I think they'd probably be scared if I walked in. Whoa, who's this guy?
You'd have to check in first.
Do not dress up as a banana.
now, you know what? I'm going to make as a man. My son did it. It was kind of cute, but he was 12.
Yes.
But yes, as a man, don't do it.
Do not dress up as a hot dog.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same kind of thing.
Hot dog.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say a woman shouldn't dress up as either one of those.
All right. Do not cop out and simply put a name tag on yourself that identifies you as somebody else. This is not a costume. A name tag that says, "Hello, my name is God," is not a costume.
Okay, there are moments that could be pulled off and be funny. Yes, but you have to really think about it. The funniest costume I ever saw that I remember, was this. I was at this party and this girl was wearing this slip, like an old woman slip.
Yeah.
And her name tag said Freud.
Oh.
Oh, that's good.
Right? And I'm like, that's incredibly funny on a lot of levels.
That is good. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Well, you could do that. You could wear a slip and put a name tag that said Freud.
Mm-hmm.
right. So I mean, that's why I have that caveat that.
Have you seen the before and after pictures of Renee Zellweger? By the way, it looks like a different lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would she do
completely
that?
does. Well, and she's saying that it wasn't because of she didn't have anything done. It was just purely
Getting old.
She's getting older. So
Doesn't even look like her though. Not even.
no, not at all.
She had some work done to
Isn't
her.
that crazy? Maybe she's gone. Maybe this is like her sister. Said,
yeah.
You know what? I'm done with the acting thing. Why don't you do it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does she have a sister?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
That's not a bad hypothesis.
right, the next one, Darth Vader. Don't dress up as Darth Vader. Or Jason, or Teletubby. He has a few of them on this list for some reason.
Teletubby, I agree with. I mean, Darth Vader, let's be honest, he's always cool. And if you're really tall, if you're like 6'7", over 6'4", let's say,
Yeah.
and you could pull it off, it looks good.
Okay. And what do you say all night long? Luke, I am your father.
Yeah. You do the whole thing with the hand.
Now, if they put these in the order of the ones they most were objecting to, then this last one would be number 1. I don't know that it is, but it's Backwards Man.
What is that?
Backwards Man. You get a last-minute invitation to a Halloween costume. You frantically comb through your closet looking for something. You just simply decide to put your clothing on backwards and call yourself Backwards Man.
Yeah, that's fun. That's what that is.
Don't go as Backwards Man.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I got my fly in the back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I agree with that. All right, Larry, I'm going to have to get off the phone and find my son now.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Where's the Bloodmobile today?
right.
Where's the Bloodmobile today?
We're at Highlands Elementary School, so I'm doing like triple duty today. I'm pretty happy.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
All right.
Excellent.
All
Very happy
son
today.
right. Well,
team
thank you
wins.
for all you do, Galen, and have fun today. It sounds like it's a good day for you, too.
Yeah, you guys are the best. Thanks, you guys.
All right, thank you. All right, 26 minutes after 8 o'clock, and with Galen bowing out right there, we had it finished anyway. So, if you can donate blood, do so. The LifeSouth buildings are in Denellen, next to Winn-Dixie,
Yep.
and here in Ocala, next to the Cascades on Silver Springs Boulevard.
Where we will be broadcasting from during the Christmas parade.
We will be broadcasting the
Yep,
Christmas
from
parade,
LifeSouth
December
Community Blood Centers.
13th.
Yep. December 13th.
Couple of months away.
Second Saturday in December.
All right, so let's
new
take
date.
a little break so that I can get the gas report. We'll do some other news, all right?
Okay.
All right, this is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Some clouds this morning, then more sunshine later today with a high of 77 to 81. Tonight, fair skies with a low of 54 inland, about 67 right on the beaches. Tomorrow, times of clouds and sunshine, the high 77 to 81. It'll be mainly clear tomorrow night. Then for Saturday, mostly sunny, the high 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
All right, thank you, Joe. We've got some gas prices to share with you, and all right, we do have some gasoline in town, less than $3 a gallon. I haven't found one yet, but let me tell you where they are. Up in Anthony, the Gate gas station in Anthony has gas for $2.85 a gallon. $2.85 up in Anthony.
Nice.
Now, if you're in Denellen, 21 minutes ago, the Marathon station called in with $2.89 a gallon. That's for cash only. The Marathon station in Denellen, cash only, $2.89 a gallon. Let me find one in Ocala.
That makes sense. Cash only.
One in Ocala. 5 hours ago, the Quick King on Southeast Merricamp Road called in with gas at $2.95 a gallon. That's also a cash-only price. Quick Gets at the Quick King there. The Pure gas station on Northeast 14th Street and Northeast 8th Avenue, right on the corner. They've got gas for $2.95 a gallon. The BP gas station on Southeast 52nd Street near 33rd Avenue, $2.95 a gallon. The Marathon station on Silver Springs Boulevard and Northeast 52nd Court, $2.96 a gallon. And in Bellevue, the 7 Days gas station has gas for $2.96 a gallon as well. So all of those under 3 gallons. The most expensive gas in our area is the $3.45 price tag at the Chevron station on US 27 and I-75, right by the interstate. $3.45 a gallon. Don't go over there. Stay in town. Sounds like in town is going to be your best deal. All right, let's go for the other news. All right, here we go. Ebola is in the news. And have you seen the microscopic image of what Ebola looks like? Mm-hmm. Looks like a little worm, right? You've seen it, right?
Yes.
Well, now there's a plush toy that looks like the Ebola virus.
Oh, no.
Believe it or not, people are buying this.
No.
Out of Stamford, Connecticut, Ebola plush toys have been selling so fast in response to this year's outbreak that a Connecticut manufacturer called Giant Microbes Incorporated can't keep them in stock.
Oh, gee.
Wow.
You're nuts.
The company, which was founded a decade ago, makes stuffed toys based on the appearance of microbes like Ebola, chickenpox, bed bugs, and even non-harmful microscopic organisms like brain cells and
who
red
would
blood.
buy these?
Probably for like a science class or something.
Yeah.
They're meant to be educational. All right, that's all the time I have. We've got to move forward. We'll be right back.
News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president says Americans should remain vigilant after the attack in Canada. The Canadian Prime Minister saying they'll only strengthen the resolve to fight terror.
Stephen Harper is blunt about it.
Let there be no misunderstanding. We will not be intimidated. Canada will never be intimidated.
After Michael Zahoff Bibo gunned down Corporal Nathan Cirillo at the National War Memorial in Ottawa, he then opened fire in Parliament before being stopped by the Sergeant at Arms.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers.
Wednesday's attack follows one on Monday in Canada by a man the Prime Minister called an ISIL-inspired terrorist who ran over 2 soldiers in Quebec, killing one.
A U.S.-led coalition launching airstrikes on an oil field in Syria's eastern province, and charges pending after a Maryland man climbed over the White House fence last night. Video shows a 23-year-old punching and kicking 2 Secret Service dogs. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Bay.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it.